Namaskar and hello out there. Abhidevananda here, now floating over the Ocean of Bliss. That's right, not the Atlantic, not the Pacific, the Ocean of Bliss. And the weather is great. Not too hot, not too cold. Some of you may be wondering how I got to this place. Well, in my case, I simply immersed myself in Baba's Prabhat Sangeet. I don't chase after gold, hanker for any worldly companion, and I most certainly don't lick the feet of any pseudo-guru like Rudrananda. I'm not ambitious for any posting, and I don't associate with any factional group. I simply take pleasure in serving humanity and my Gurudev. But of course, not everyone in Anandamarga is satisfied with the dignity of labor. There are many who run after high post, thinking that some sort of dignity resides there. But of course it does not. One merely sells one's soul in that fashion. Consider, for example, Sadhananda. Some weeks back, I was having a brief look at what I like to call the Tower of Babel. And there I noticed an advertisement for one of Sadhananda's Meditation Steps videos. As usual, he appeared turbanless, this time standing next to what looked like a child's bicycle and telling everyone in writing, and I quote, "Even if you've done everything wrong, you still have done everything right." Okay, let's not waste time on Sadhananda's English grammar. Done is the past participle of a verb, not a standalone verb, but let's just go straight to his absurd message. Even if you've done everything wrong, you still have done everything right. No. No. If you did everything wrong, then you did everything wrong. Any cosmic perspective from which wrong actions become right is irrelevant in a spiritualist's personal life. From the individual perspective, to think otherwise is to negate the importance of morality. One ends up justifying any kind of atrocity. Yes, you hurt a lot of people, but don't worry, you also help them to burn off their bad sanskaras. Bourgeois. Such type of feel-good preaching might make a person popular. It might even make that person wealthy, but it is a blight upon planet Earth. Karl Marx described it as an opiate of the people. Baba explains this subject concisely but effectively in Sutra 3-7 of his Ananda Sutra, his philosophical treatise, a short book that Sadhananda might never have read, but certainly did not learn. Baba says, Hitoishana preshito pavarga. The requital of an action is guided by the divine longing for welfare. And in his purport for that sutra, Baba explains that this requital of an action, the reward for a good action, and the punishment for a bad action, is actually what goads people onto the path of bliss. Just telling everyone not to worry about right or wrong is both irresponsible and harmful. According to Sadhananda, an MS person can invade a neighboring country as an aggressor, causing untold loss of life and destruction of property. An MS person can flee his own country in a cowardly fashion and for selfish advantage. An MS person can emigrate to the US or Sweden or Israel and claim unearned benefits. And all these people, assuming they speak Russian, will still receive Sadhananda's blessing. Of course, for a price payable to the priestly leaders of meditation steps. And in the Ukraine, according to Sadananda, the correct response to a hostile invasion is to host a website that streams mostly individual singers from around the world, droning on what passes for kirtan nowadays, imagining that this will somehow bring peace on the ground in that much afflicted country. How shameful. Well, if you are a senior Margi, if you have any memory of what life was like when Baba was physically present, then you should know this already. That has nothing to do with the teachings of Sri Sri Anandamurti or the path of Ananda Marga. And so I don't expect to see Sadananda or his meditation steps floating anywhere around me, anywhere in the vicinity of this ocean of bliss. Namaskar.